You built your business to create freedom. Why does it feel like a cage? Let's talk about it. This is for all my conscious entrepreneurs. If you're here to create impact, build your business, create wealth, make great changes in your clients' lives, if you have something that is worth delivering to the people of this world that is life-changing or super valuable, and you built a business around it, and you built that business with one intention to serve the people that you're here to serve, your clients. And on the other end of that intention, you wanted to create freedom for yourself as well. But what happens for so many entrepreneurs is the very thing that was supposed to bring our freedom ends up becoming another cage. You traded maybe the 9-to-5 job for now just rushing and grinding away with your clients. And maybe you've built incredible success, but you've ended up trapped on a hamster wheel that is of your own making this time. And for years, I lived through what I call entrepreneur's hell. There's a cycle that happens for so many entrepreneurs, and it looks like starting with a push. There's a goal, there's a launch, there's something that you're building, so you push and you grind and you go for it. But somewhere along the way, you start to chase. It moves from the excitement of the creation and the idea that you wanted to bring forward into chasing clients, chasing down the success. And that begins to lead you into burnout. You end up losing the excitement and the energy for what you were creating, and it turns into an exhausting thing that you just have to keep going one foot in front of the other, but you keep getting knocked back. And this is where you begin to collapse. Your nervous system can't hold the actual end results of the vision you were creating, so you find yourself limited through collapses. This can look like a collapse in the business, it can look like collapse in your health, it can look like an inability to show up consistently, to do the things needed to move your business forward. And as this unfolds, you end up sacrificing. You end up sacrificing your joy, your inner peace, your passion, your sense of purpose, your very sense of fulfillment, and worst of all, you sacrifice your time and your freedom, the very things that the business was supposed to create, right? So why does this happen? There's an unconscious cycle that's buried in our nervous system, and we have to be able to restructure our nervous system to become a container that can hold the thing that your business is creating and the life that you ultimately want to live, a life that you love, right? I'm going to break down in depth exactly where these structures get stuck in our nervous system and in our chakra system at a class this week. The details are up in my bio. You're invited to come and tune into that as we break down a picture of what happens in the life of an entrepreneur, a high-performing entrepreneur. Maybe you've smashed 50K months, 100K months. Maybe you've smashed even $1 million months. It doesn't matter how big you go. This pattern often occurs no matter what across the board for so many entrepreneurs. And the scary thing is, entrepreneurs in general, because we're success motivated, because we have to maintain the authority with our target audience. And by the way, I hate the word ideal client or target audience or marketing campaigns. That's all bullshit. What it is nervous system resonance and the capacity for you to be a container for the value that your business provides and the freedom that can come with that value if you structure your mind and your nervous system into a container of value and freedom. But most entrepreneurs, because they need to maintain that figure of authority and that image of success, they never actually allow themselves to talk about it. So if you listen to most entrepreneurs, they're all talking about this, that, and the other, and on the outside, they look like they've got it all together, and so you're like, I need to be like them. I don't have it all together. Nothing's working for me. I'm in this cycle of push, chase, burnout, collapse, self-sacrifice, and repeat, and I keep looping that cycle. And the good news is most entrepreneurs are looping the same cycle too. They're just refusing to admit it to themselves, and they definitely won't admit it to you. But I've been there, I've walked through that cycle, I've seen it play out, and I've seen the crumbling collapse that comes on the other side. So if you're ready to break out, I want to share with you what I discovered that allowed me to make a permanent shift. How to restructure your nervous system and how to restructure your chakras. These are the energetic components of your consciousness that hold the core structures for what can come in to your reality, both in your personal life and your business, and how you can show up. And if you're not showing up in freedom, if you show up in a place where even if you do have the liberty to maybe take the time off and go on vacation, you can never actually allow yourself to enjoy it fully because you're stressing about the next fire you have to put out in the business or the next client that you're going to need to get or the next marketing campaign you're going to have to run. And so if your business has become a cage that doesn't allow you to enjoy the freedom that it was designed to give you, I'd love to see you there at the class. It's the Embodied CEO's Source Code Activation. Details are up here in the link in my bio, and I'll see you there.